This will be a tutorial to explain how to draw a three-dimensional object using Creo 3 CAD program. We're going to start by opening a new project or a new part. When we click New, a list comes up that we can select from. We don't want to draw a sketch, we want to draw a part. An assembly is made up of several parts. We can change the name of this. What we will be drawing is called a control bearing. You can't have a space, so you must put a dash or an underscore. Before we start, we have to decide what type of units that we're going to draw in. And just for this case, we're going to draw in millimeters. So I'm going to show you how to change this. Come down to Prepare, Model, Properties, and this is the units. And right now it is in inches, and it is Creo. That is the default for Creo. So we're going to try to change this to millimeters. We're going to set this and then close. And close. Check this before you go on that it did change to millimeters. This is the object that we will be drawing. It's 128 millimeters long, 41.5 millimeters high. It has a cutout in the front view that's 25 by 40. We're going to draw the front view of the object that we just looked at. This is the front view axis. This is the top view axis and the right side view axis. These axes are in the center of the cube. So we're going to start out by choosing the axis, the front axis that we want to work with. We're going to say extrude, and then we will go to line to draw the first line to go up. Now this program doesn't allow you to type in the length of the line, so you have to sketch it. You can go over to select, get out of that, out of line command, and now you can change this by clicking on it to 41.5. That's how high the object is. With my center mouse, I can zoom in and zoom out. I continue with this line going across. I'm going to be looking at a 44 millimeter line going across. I have to watch out because the very small green L's for both lines come up, and what that says is that both lines are exactly the same length. And if we want them to be the same length, that's fine, we can click at that. But if you click and you keep that line and try to change it, it's going to change the 41.5 height as well at the same time. So you have to be careful that you're not going to get the same. We will just continue on sketching, freehand sketching what we think this object will look like. Now we want these both lines, these two lines, to be the same length. So we like that the two L's have come up, coming across. I'm going to look for an L for the two lines at the top. Now I've got that, the two L's, so I know they're going to be the same length. Come down, close. So go back to select, and now I can see I'm going to change that to 44, and that will change L2 at the same time on the other side. And this one I'm going to change to 40. This I'm going to change to 25. And that's it. Our front view is finished. So next I say OK with the green check mark. Now with my mouse I can turn this my mouse center wheel, I could turn it, and we can change the extrusion length. So we could change it at this point here, type in 50. We can also come up to this point here and type in 50. Actually, there is a 50 that's there, and we'll just take that. Then to finalize it, we press the green check mark, and now we have the object. So now we'll go back and look at the object again. We'll look at the top view, and we have to draw this notch in the top view at both ends. It's 12 millimeters deep. We know that it's 50 millimeters wide. It's 10 on each side, and it's 30 millimeters in the center. So going back to our drawing. So we have our top view now to draw, and what we're going to do is choose this view is what we're going to be drawing on. Just click it with the left button of your mouse. We click extrude, and now this comes up. The blue lines are reference lines that we need to draw on. If we go to line, we cannot draw on this gray edge. You just can't snap to it, but you can snap very easily to the reference line. So we need to make more reference lines. So this is very important. You go to this icon where it says reference, click on it, and now you can touch the gray edges to form that blue dashed reference line. Close that. Now we can go to line, and we can start at this axis of the reference lines, and we can come down. We're going to have to come down 10. So I've got to measure down, so I'm going to draw a line so that just for a measuring tool. Then I'm going to draw the rest of that box. And now we'll zoom in. It's hard to see. We will change this to 10 millimeters. Change this one to 12 millimeters. And this one to 30. Now we will push the green check button because we like that's the dimensions of that box that we're making. But in this case, it comes up, section is incomplete for reasons listed in the message area. Exit Sketcher. Well, we don't want to exit Sketcher because that will erase the work that we've just done. We just have to correct it. So we have to look, there's a line that sticks out here that I use for measuring. We have to erase that line. So we could just select it and press delete, or we can use the delete segment button to touch it. Also, if you draw a line over top of another line, it'll also come up and tell you that you have to fix the lines that you have. So it has to be a complete box or circle to work. So now we'll press OK. It likes that. Now the object is being extruded, but it's going in the wrong direction and it's solid. So we're going to pull it down through, and now it's subtracting this extrusion from it, and we can type in here 41.5, or we could have just done it at this place as well. We press enter, and now it has subtracted this extrusion from our object. So we've drawn one end. Now we're going to draw the other end. Same dimensions. We're going to extrude again the top, the other end. Now we do need those reference lines. So go back to reference, click on the line, close that. Oh, I'm also going to use a reference line to make our life a little bit easier and faster. And now all we have to do is draw a box, and we will change one dimension. This inside one will be 12. Hit the OK. Bring it down. And you can actually click in this box and find the last one that you did, one of the ones on the object that you did. And then we will press the green check mark to save it. And the object is completed. I'm going to explain how to modify this object. If we want to change the height of the object from 41.5 to 60 millimeters, we have to look at using the model tree on the side. And now I'll explain how this works. The first extrude part, if we click on it with the left mouse button, it comes up as section. Click with the right button, and now we can change the dimensions. The dimensions come up. All we have to do is touch that dimension and we can change it. It automatically changes it. Only problem is now we've got other things to change. So now we have to change the extrusions at both ends. We'll go over to extrude number 2. Now we're going to use the right mouse button, click, press the edit and definition, change this, pulling it down. We're going to change it to 60. Press enter. Click the button. So we'll do the other end. Turn it around with the roller on the mouse. Extrude number 3. We will right click the mouse button and edit, and we'll change this one up here to 60, and that cuts it out. We'll press the green check key and we are completed. So now we understand the use of the model tree to change the object and do any modifications that we need to do.